There you go, guys. That was my playthrough of Proud Mary. We are up to grade 3. So this is one of the grade 3 songs I like to teach. So I've got 3 songs at grade 1, 3 songs at grade 2, 4 songs in my bar chord playlist. That's the order to go through, and then bam, this is the first one of grade 3. A great track by CCR, just completely in standard tuning here. It's in the key of D. So we've got all the chords we'd expect to find in the key of D, and we've got these 2 bar chords. So what I will do is I will teach the intro, then I will teach the verse with that rhythm, and then the chorus, then the lick, and then I will also at the end, as a little bonus, give a go through of the scale to solo over, which is D major pentatonic. This is the first look at scales that I really do for people. And then that's something that I will continue to look at further if people want to. If not, it's good to just know a couple of different scale shapes. So here we've got major pentatonic. If you check out some of my playlists on my channel, I have an Unlocking the Fretboard couple of playlists where I talk about a variety of different scales. I also have 5 positions of the E major pentatonic, which you can transpose to D if you're so inclined. So you could play the major pentatonic across the fretboard, but we will just do position 1 here. So the next thing you'll see will be the guitar again, and I will start teaching the intro. Okay, so the intro is probably the most complicated bit. I'm going to start with the C chord. I'm going to go down, up. Then I'm going to move to A major, and I'm going to go up, down, up. And I'm going to do that again. Now, I probably will move chord on that final up strum of the A like this. And that way I can make it a bit quicker and a bit smoother. But I am strumming that final strum. On the 3rd time through, I'm going to start with a down up on the C, do just an up on the A, an up on the G, and I'm going to move to the F. I'm going to go up, down, up, down. Okay? Then I'm going to hit a D chord with a down, and then go into the verse from there. So it's a lot going on in terms of chord moves, but there's not a lot to really explain. It's just those rhythms and those chords, but it's a tricky one to play. So I'll go through it slowly and kind of talk through. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down. Yeah, so quite tricky, but hopefully, yeah, that's the one to really work on. You might find, students often find it's actually that move, the G to F, that really needs to work. But there you go, that's the intro. Okay, so the verse is very simple in the fact it's just a D chord, but I'll go through the rhythm I like to do, and I'll give you kind of 2 layers of difficulty with the rhythm. So I'll start with a down, up, and then I will just continue for the whole rest of the verse with up, down, up. So it's just. Now, I don't actually know how many bars of D it is, because I just go with the lyrics. So if I'm playing along with the song, obviously the lyrics would guide me. If I'm playing it on my own, I might just do, as I did in the example, just a couple of bars worth of this D chord. But yeah, it's really just about getting used to the rhythm so that you can play along with the song. Now, the different level of difficulty with the rhythm is to try and kill the final strum. So down, up. So you get that kind of dead sound so that you make the note not ring out as much. Now you can do that doubly. In that example, I did right hand muting and left hand muting, sometimes just left hand muting. So left hand muting is where I just release the pressure from my left hand. It's easier to do. I don't have to adjust my right hand at all, but of course any open strings like the D string will continue to ring out. But when I do right hand muting, I have to adjust where I put my hand, but I can be much more efficient and kill every single note. Make sure you can do the first example of the rhythm before you even worry about the more complicated one. I don't even teach it to my students normally, but it's just one I'll put on here for YouTube so that you can have something that gets a little bit closer to the original rhythm that feels a bit tighter. Okay, so here's the first rhythm with no killing of the note. So down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. continue similar, and then here it is with those bit tighter rhythms. So like that, okay? So yeah, that's all the verses. Let's go to the chorus. So the chorus is pretty similar, but we're gonna move chords. We're gonna go to an A and we're gonna go to a B minor, but it actually really starts with that D chord. And then I'm gonna go to an A, I'm gonna do the same rhythm, just up, down, up 4 times. Then the same rhythm again on B minor 4 times. So B minor, as you can see here, 2nd fret bar, 3rd fret on the B, and 4th fret on the D and the G. And again, 4 times through the rhythm. And then back to the D chord. Rolling, rolling, rolling down the river. And that's where we get then the lick. But effectively, that's what the verse is. It's the D, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up to A, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, B minor, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, back to D. And then we'll go to the lick, which I'll do in a sec. So again, it's not as complicated to go through, but it's a little tricky to play, particularly getting into that B minor. Now, you will see some people teach this move. I watched Andy's guitar and someone else, but I can't remember, but Andy's guitar was very good. And he was teaching actually, it was With or Without You, because I'd just done a video myself and I checked out his afterwards. And he talks about doing this bar chord version of A to make the bar chord version of B minor better. Feel free to do that if you're able to do that, but I don't teach it like that. I prefer people to get used to going from the A to the B minor. And as you can see, that's how I do it. That is generally how I would play that. Anyway, I wouldn't do the bar chord version of A. Okay, so the lick's the really tricky bit. It's right after the line, rolling down the river, and then we get this. Okay, so this is going to be hybrid picking. So I'm going to pick the D string with my pick, and I'm going to pick the B string with my middle finger. Okay, I'm only playing those 2 strings. So pick on the D and middle finger on the B. As I always tell my students, when you're doing this, try and keep your finger and pick very close. Don't come off like this because it's so much harder to find the strings. Okay, we're playing with the fretting hand 6th, so they're 2 notes, 6 notes apart in the D major scale. We're going to start at 5 and 5, so that's 5 on the D, 5 on the B. Play it with this fingering, middle finger on the D, ring finger on the B, because later on we will do this shape, and it means we can keep that middle finger on the D string so everything's more efficient. So I'm going to start on these 5s, I'm going to play those 2 strings, pick on the D, middle finger on the B, I'm going to slide up to 7, re-pick 7. Okay, then 5, then we're going to go back to 3 and 4, so that's, as you can see, 3 on the B, 4 on the D. And that B string, 3rd fret is 1st finger, and the middle finger stays on the D string. Okay. Back to 5 and 5, and back to 3 and 4. And that's the lick. It's always the same every chorus. 5, slide to 7, re-pick, 7, 5, 3 and 4, 5, 3 and 4. And that's the lick. So I've just realised I've got a cup of tea, so I need to do this nice and quickly because before the tea gets cold. We're going to talk about D major pentatonic. As I mentioned, I think in the intro, I meant to anyway, that I have videos talking about this scale and going through all 5 positions, although in E rather than D. But here we'll go through D major pentatonic position 1. So very quick bit of music theory. A pentatonic is a 5-note scale. Normal major scale, so D major would be 7 different notes. This is 5 different notes. The 2 notes that can be problematic when played over a D chord, i.e. they don't always sound fantastic, they might cause a little bit of clashing, are removed, so it's a completely safe scale. If you're playing, if you're improvising, then the pentatonics are the place to start. If you're improvising in a major key, start with a major pentatonic, which is what we're doing here. The minor pentatonic for a minor key, I have videos on the minor pentatonic as well. So we're going to do major pentatonic position 1. This is a scale that a lot of people don't know but they might know the minor pentatonic position 1. So I like to go through this one first, just to change things up and do the minor pentatonic at a later date, although probably grade 3 as well. So this is the scale. We're right at the dusty end here, but I'm doing it on my acoustic to show you it can be done on the acoustic, which is the main reason I picked it today. So I'm going to play 10 on the E string with my middle finger. That is a D note. Then I'm going to play 12 on the E string with my pinky, which is an E note, the second in the scale. Then 9 on the A string, okay, which is an F sharp, which is the major third. Then A, the fifth on the A string, 12th fret A string, which is an A note. 9th fret on the D string, which is hopefully a B note, which is my major sixth. And then we're up to the root, 12th fret D, then 9 on the G, 11 on the G, 10 on the B. And you can see I shift my first finger up to 10 here, then 12 on the B, 10 on the E, 12 on the B. So I'll play through it again so you can see. All of those notes will work over this main sequence of D, obviously, which is a huge chunk of the song, A, B minor, D. Everything there will sound fantastic. So you can start to practice improvising just using this scale because everything will sound good. And that's the beauty of the pentatonic, super, super safe. It's also good practice, if you can, to practice alternate picking it as well. So you go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Briefly forgot the scale. And then you can go the other way, go back up, down, up, down, up. And you can even go back down and around. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, round, up, down, up, down, up. But don't play the wrong note. Don't play a C sharp on that string. Anyway, so that's the scale I like to go through, and really just a first tentative look at some basic music theory and a little bit of improvisation in this song. It's hard for me to say, it seems, but there you go. So that's the D major pentatonic, position 1. There you go, guys. Hopefully you found that useful and interesting. I suspect a lot of you are my private students because this is one I like to teach. So hopefully it's helped. I'll do my usual YouTube bit at the end and say, please like, please comment, please subscribe to the channel. Those things all really, really help. Please check out my social media. I also have a TikTok, which is at Kramer Guitar as well, which I haven't linked down below for some reason, but maybe I will this time. I don't know, it might be there. If not, you shan't find it on your TikTok. Go and follow me on there. Yeah, thanks for watching. There will be 2 more songs in this grade 3 section. I haven't decided whether I'll do a grade 4 one because I don't often actually teach specific songs after grade 3. I start to find songs that people might want to learn or target specific techniques I want to do. So grade 3 though is what I really like to get people up to before we start doing more songs that they specifically want to do. Yeah, I think that's what I mean to say. So thanks for watching again. I do really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys again soon for some more cool guitar stuff. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.